as people have been saying in the comments, like for a lot of people, like this is the start of the golf season, which is absolutely wild.
Which makes complete sense because, more viewers will watch the golf bidder videos than will watch the Masters, I imagine.
You know what? I wouldn't even disclaim that. Might be close.
I'd like to see the numbers.
Yeah, I would. I really would. We have had some stuff come out about Masters viewership, though, haven't we? And it's not great.
It was down. So Masters viewership this year was down 20%. So this was the lowest it's been in a few years, and it's definitely not a correlation because it's just an overly simplified way of looking at it. But our views and generally a lot of other people's views this year have been going up by 20%.
Yes.
It's actually that figure
flipped over to the other side.
Yeah.
Now, I personally
welcome, by the way.
Yeah, welcome. Personally, I don't believe that it's as simple as that kind of transference. There's obviously a lot of other factors at play, but I think it showed that, like, realistically, one of the big things about this Masters, and one thing which we were maybe a bit more excited about than other people, evidently, was the Live guys and the PGA Tour guys coming back together, and that being like a really big narrative. The best players in the world all playing together again, and it didn't really seem to kind of pan out into viewership.
I think they kind of like each other too much. Like, they're all quite pally now. I wanted Brooks and Rory to get into a fight on the range. Or, I wanted Phil to, cause a problem or say something horrible in a press conference. But they were all just like, oh, shall we all go out and play golf together?
I think we've already kind of reached or gone over the peak of that animosity between the two tours. 100%. I think everyone's kind of now together. I mean, Rahm came out and made some quotes and said that not everyone was completely welcoming and, was glad to see him back, kind of thing.
Yeah, that would also be my attitude if I shot 19 over for the tournament.
Well, yeah, true. But like, even from the Masters, like the groupings that they had, like the last couple of years, it's just been they've kept the Live guys sort of together, but this time they mixed them up, and there was it didn't have the PGA Live kind of vibe. It was more just, everyone's back together again, which is what I know, Kieran, you've mentioned a few times on the pod, is what you look forward to. Especially, it's an extra element to the Masters now, is it's the only time you get to see everyone back together again.
Yeah, it feels like potentially that animosity has burned itself out a little bit. Like there was so much of it during the last few years, but obviously with the potential of PIF kind of investing within the PGA Tour, even though that doesn't look like it's happening yet. Yeah. All of a sudden it kind of like died down, and there's maybe a little bit more understanding. Probably Rory is the biggest kind of example of this, is someone who's definitely changed his stance on not so much on Live, but on the players who went. Now,
because one of his mates went, so he was like, I kind of have to be nice about it now.
I think it's also just like when the amounts of money, when you actually look at it within the context of the amount of money which has been thrown around, I think Rory probably took a step back and say, you know what, if you're offered like £500 million to go play golf.
Some of them more. Wasn't Rahm's like 600 or...
Yeah.
Didn't Rory...
Dollars.
Well, I was going to say, how about those 2 days that Rory McIlroy was apparently going to live?
Yeah. Very quick rumour.
It was very squash, very
came
quickly.
And went.
Yeah, it's just, I think there's an understanding there that, listen, that's an amount of money which it transcends anything. It transcends golf. It transcends sport. Like, that is the income of a major multi-corporation conglomerate. I don't know, whatever the business term is.
Yeah.
Like, that's an unbelievable amount of money. That's probably bigger than the GDP of Guatemala. Anyway,
thanks for listening again.
Thank you, friends.
From Guatemala.
Well, I think all of these guys that have signed have said, kind of one of the main reasons is because it also transcends generations for them, in that it just sets up their kids and then their grandkids and then their great grandkids. It's I think, like you say, Rory and the other guys have kind of sort of seen the money being offered, and it's hard. Any person couldn't look at that and go, I don't fancy $500 million.
You get a trust fund, and you get a trust fund. Everyone gets a trust fund.
I mean, I think it shows a little bit like where the interest is as well. So, like, you've had this animosity. Yes, you've had this coming together. Everyone's excited about playing the first major of the year again. But I've said this quite a few times, and I think it's put a lot of people off, because yes, this money is multi-generational. It's crazy, but for your average viewer of golf, your average fan of professional golf, none of that matters. Like they don't care about that. You know, the Masters, Scotty Scheffler, for example, who won the Masters, and we'll get on to him in a second again, looks like he's going to win this week again. He's going to win more this week than he won at the Masters, as far as like money is concerned.
So 100% proof it's not about the cash.
Yeah. But he's going to win 2 jackets in 2 weeks because the winner of Harbour Town gets that played.
That horrible red one.
But, well,
I like that.
I don't know.
You know, if they gave him, I'd take that.
Well, you would have had to earn it, Peter.
Well, that's very, very true. Like, you don't earn the Masters.
You don't.
Well, you could buy your way into a green jacket, I suppose, through the back door. As in, through the membership, not as in winning. I'm not suggesting for a moment that Scotty slipped some Marshalls, some cheeky $20.
He did get a dodgy drop on day 3, though, didn't he?
So, got it past the tree.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Wow.
That's what your millions pay. No wonder the payouts less. Half of it goes to the refs.
Yeah, you go in his locker, there's just briefcases in there, briefcases of cash. So I think, I think it just shows like people were excited about the Masters because it is a major. It's because it's about winning a jacket, which is completely ridiculous. It's about having that moment in history, and that's what people really care about. They don't care about if Scotty next week got offered $500 million to go to live. It's a story,
Yeah,
but
it's great for the newspapers.
It's great, yeah. It's great for people to chat about. It's obviously great for kind of him and his family, whatever. But the golf fan, they don't care about that. They just want to see the best players playing each other for events that matter. Which is why, I don't think live is kind of properly punching above its weight at the moment, because even down to those simple things about the trophies being all the same, like that.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. They're all a little L shape, aren't they?
Now, normally, like again, nobody really cares about the trophy unless it's really bad or really good.
Yeah.
Because then it gets comments.
Examples of really bad.
Dubai Desert Classic is incredible. That massive coffee pot.
Yeah.
That thing's amazing.
Yeah. Whereas
they don't even lift it up; they kneel down next to it.
Exactly.
Well, it's same like with the Wanamaker, isn't it, as well? Like, it's good job that Brooks wins it so much because he's probably the only person who can lift it up.
See, when JT tried to lift it,
Can you imagine Brian Harmon trying to pick that thing up?
he'd probably shoot it and frame it.
I mean, it's like that's a Bowie road. The Clara Jug, amazing trophy, history.
Yeah.
These kind of things, you have an image in your mind about them, don't you? Now, the live trophies are fine, but they're not going to invoke any. No one's can't wait to get back to live Las Vegas so they can lift that black weird pole.
Yeah, I think we're going to get off live because I know you lot hate it when we, go around in circles about the differences between the two. And obviously it's still it's a kind of developmental stage. It's a very young golf offering on the internet. But the eventuality, I imagine, would be a company or, a brand coming in and sponsoring Live Golf Las Vegas event, and then you would lift a large, roulette wheel or something ridiculous. It must also be stated that we are actually recording this on Monday morning before Scotty Scheffler has won the tournament. So
is he 5 shots ahead?
He's 5 shots ahead going into they had to delay because of darkness, so they're going into have they got to play the whole last round or just
it's 4 holes?
Literally like
Just 4 holes.
Yeah.
Okay, so barring an entire blow up by Scotty Scheffler, he is about to win it.
He did it a bad shot yesterday, though. One bad shot.
Yeah, he hit a bad shot?
He hit one bad shot
Oh
yesterday.
my God.
Did he chip it in from there?
Probably. Yeah. But he made par. I know he made